So you want to make Lil Baby emotional melodies. If that's what you want, then this video is for you. I'm basically gonna break you down on FL Studio exactly how to do that, and I'm gonna especially teach you how to do that from the melodies inspired on the new album called One. So that's it. Let's jump on FL Studio. So we are right here on FL Studio. So let me just play the melody first. This is actually a whole bit, but I'm just gonna play it right here. You know what I mean? You can see it has the vibe, you know what I mean? If you just listen to those new songs with the emotional melodies from the new album. And then there's the part of the beat with the drums. Okay, so this is the melody. You can say that it's pretty good, really has the vibe, you know what I mean? It really has. Okay, so let me break it down how I made it. Okay, so let's first talk about the main melody, which is very important. Okay, so first I will just have to, because I used some plugins. Let me just disable all these plugins first. Let me explain how I created this pattern. Okay, so that you can create similar patterns. Okay. So because we usually will gonna use between 120 to 140 BPM more to more slower, more like 230, 120. I create a pattern like this that's you just have that vibe, you know what I mean? And you can see that I created a little bit of a variation right here so that it's not always the same. It's good that you do that. I actually could make even bigger variations right here, but I didn't thought was necessary in this case. But in general, it's good that you've got a little bit of variation to not be sound so boring and so repetitive. Okay, so this is what I did. You get what I mean? Very simple. I used this sound from Splice. Okay, and Splice is very good because you can use for the first month. And you just pay like $1, you got what I mean? Then you have to pay $20, but you can use it. And basically, I don't remember the name, but it's you just have to search one shot piano galactic or just piano, you got what I mean? You'll really found exactly the ones I use, you got what I mean? Very because I searched and there are not a lot of piano one shots, you got what I mean? So you're gonna find basically the same I used. Okay, so this is it. Just create this pattern. I created these lower patterns, you got what I mean, because then it would sound very boring and just needs that low frequencies right here. So this is it, you got what I mean. It does not sound that good, but if you were paying attention, what did I do to make this melody better? I used halftime. Okay, so this is how it sounds with halftime. Way better, you got me. It's just it has the vibe, slower vibe, more the right vibe. You got what I mean? It's just better. You got what I mean? So on a halftime right here. Yeah, this is something that I have to let you know. You're probably thinking, something that I can't do that because I can't buy halftime. Truth is, I haven't buy yet. You can see that I'm using a demo right here. Okay, so the demo, you have some limitations, but you can use at least one time on every beat that you're gonna make. Okay. And usually I like to use halftime on the main melody to really make it sound better. So it's not a problem. Basically, apart from you can't use more than one time in a song, you can use only one time, which is already pretty good. You can as well, for what they said, you can save presets, but you will not be bothered by that. So yeah, and then to pay, it's 10 to 12 euros, something like that. So yeah, you can use it for free. I in the beginning I was there was a guy explaining how to do this with the halftime. I was I can pay as well, but you can use it for free, like the demo version. Okay, so I just use it, and sometimes I use this version, which is a little bit more faster. But in this case, this sounded way better. It's not like that's the thing. You gotta hear and try and understand the vibe. That's what you gotta do. You know what I mean? So then what I did, I just like use Fruit Parametric IQ to get some frequencies, the lower and the higher, and I just higher a little bit of these high frequencies. Something very like something pretty like just pretty simple. You know what I mean? Especially cutting the high frequencies is very good. Because there's some noise sometimes, and the lower is very important. Not when you're making the drum, especially when you use 808 to not like just sound bad. A lot of low frequencies. This is something you got to do on all your melodies. You got to cut a little bit of low frequencies. Okay, so then I just use a little bit of basically a little bit of reverb, and this is a free plugin as well. The House Supermassive. I used this. I didn't remember. I think the preset. Yeah, I used the default preset. I lowered a little bit the mix. You got what I mean? The delay. That's it. And then I used a little bit of distortion right here. I didn't remember exactly what I did, but I just put a little bit of distortion. Doesn't even change a lot. In general, the biggest thing that I did was just using halftime and using this one shot. You got what I mean? That I found on Splice. So this is how it sounds. You get me? Then I put a little bit of image stereo, but this is it. Nothing. I didn't do anything else. You get what I mean? And already sounds pretty good, but of course there's something that's missing. You get what I mean? By the way, if you want to really learn more how to create Lil Baby emotional melodies, I basically have a course which is in the link in the description where I really teach you exactly step by step to create these types of melodies. So if you're interested on that, is in the link in the description. And then, yeah, let's continue with the video. The next thing I did was using this sound that I found on Splice. Everything I found on Splice, basically. This sounds very good, you know what I mean? It really has the vibe that I wanted, you know what I mean? And then I basically created this pattern, you know what I mean? Really copying the root notes from the first main melody right here, you know what I mean? So exactly, you know what I mean, but copying a little bit. And then I created a little bit of variation, so it's like that is a bit you know what I mean? Sounds pretty good, you know what I mean? In this one, in terms of what the mixing, you know what I mean? I just put a little bit like to the left, you know what I mean, side. No image stereo, just cutting some low frequencies and high frequencies, higher the higher frequencies a little bit as well, to sound a little bit with more air. But in general, I just didn't do nothing more. This is what I did, you know what I mean? 100%, okay? So it already sounds pretty good with these two things, you got what I mean? Let me just play it to you. Sounds pretty good, okay? The next thing, it's another thing that I found on Splice, you got what I mean? So basically, we just this piano, just to give you an extra vibe, you get what I mean? And you can see, like, yeah, it's a very good sound, you get what I mean? It really got that that good vibe, you get what I mean? Okay, so then, bro, for this one, I just put on on the right side, you get what I mean? It's good so that you don't have everything on the same side, especially with no image stereo, or with the same level of image stereo. It's all like in the same place. When there's like something on the right and the left, like just creates a little bit more, just better for the melody in general. And when you listen to songs, you already notice that as well. So here, just use a Fruit Parametric, basically the same. I haggled a little bit more these high frequencies, you get what I mean, to really give that a nice vibe. You You know what I mean? It's like just sounds a little bit with more air into it. And then Fruit Reverb, this is a native plugin, and another one, as I already told you, it's for free. It's Valhalla Supermassive. You can download it for free as well. It's not even a demo version; it's for free completely. And then yeah, I just use the preset, the normal preset, just increase a little bit the decay. The dry, I basically decrease as well instead of being the normal one or even like this. You get what I mean? It's really just give a little bit of that vibe. And yeah, that's it. You get what I mean? Especially, basically, the biggest secret right here was increasing the decay and lowering the dry. Okay, so this is what I did. A little bit of image stereo. This is all about. This is you basically have to hear to it and just be like, okay, what can make this sound better? If you do something that people say, it's a rule, like, but it sounds worse, then don't do it. You get what I mean? But yeah. Then after this, basically one of the biggest things as well, the vocal, okay? Something I found on Splice as well. I just searched on their vocals. That's it, no secret. It's actually the first thing that appeared, you know what I mean? So if you use Splice, it's probably the same one. It's gonna appear to you, okay? So this is what okay, no, I can just play like this. And it has exactly the same vibe, because the vibe of the melodies from Lil Baby, it's not like exactly like like a phrase. It's more like it's like the vocals really give the melody, like Drake songs. That's really the vocals. It's like kind of like someone singing. You understand what I mean? So to really just give a little bit more of that vibe, you know what I mean? And of course already mixed a little bit, but I mix as well quite a bit as well. So a little bit to the left side, just to be a little bit different, you know what I mean? More image stereo, and then Fruit Parametric. This I really cut the low frequencies, especially the high frequencies, to give a little bit of better vibe. Look at there's a noise. Actually, I don't even think they mix almost nothing. Look, like there's noise. It sounds better. It sounds more like on not here, but a little bit more like because you don't want really to, because it's not the main vocal. It's not the basically an artist wants this beat to then put his vocal on the beat, you get what I mean? So you want that to sound more like I don't know how to explain, but like not really here, but a little bit more. I don't know how to explain, but you understand, you get what I mean? He sounds more like here. He sounds more like more far away from me. That's basically the way I can explain it. For reverb, yeah. In this case, I didn't. Basically, I used almost a normal preset, a little bit of decay, a little bit more wet, you got what I mean? A little bit more wet. And yeah, this is it, you got what I mean? On the another one, I think on on this one, I had increased a little bit here the image stereo. That's how, I don't know, like the sensation of the reverb is if it is a reverb from a small room or a bigger room. In this case, for the vocals, I basically used more kind of the normal one, more like from a small room. You can see it right here. And then it's a native plugin. A compressor, because sometimes like the vocals is too different. So a compressor, it's good to just the difference between the parts that like it's the lower ones, instead to just like compress that, and the difference between like how can I explain, like between when the vocal it's more low and the high it's not that big, so that it's not like a really big difference and it sounds bad. You understand what I mean? So just a very simple thing, just the threshold until I feel like it sounds less loud. Then I put the thresholds on the part that is already compressing, you got what I mean? Then I just actually basically increase the ratio to get there faster. Then attack and release, I usually don't really change it because I like more faster attack. and then I just gained a little bit because you lose a little bit of loudness. You know what I mean? So this is it. This is what I did, and this is how the melodies. Okay, there's actually one last thing. You know what I mean? But yeah. So it's basically the bass. Okay. In most, at least a lot of the songs from that album, in the beginning or even some parts, especially from the beginning, they use like a bass to really give a better vibe. Of course, you're not going to use that together with the 808 unless it's with the kick, but so just use this 808. And if you want to use 808, like you want to use like this more smooth 808s that just really have that like it's just smooth. You know what I mean? Something very simple. That's what I did. You know what I mean? And then it sounds like this. And you can feel that there's a lot of room for the basically for the artist. You know what I mean? And then with the drums, just. Actually, as well, I created a variation right here. Basically, I just put it in on. Let me just explain. Basically, I click right here, ran it as an audio clip. Then I just went right here and just pitch it up a little bit to sound a little bit. Just create a little bit of a variation. So instead of sound like this, you get what I mean? And that's it. This is what I did. You get what I mean? It sounds very good. It sounds clean and sounds that there's a lot of room. It's not like there's a lot of space for the artists and for the drums as well. You got what I mean? So this is what I did. You got what I mean? Just an extra thing that you can do. This is especially for like, especially when you're going to put the drums. Is like I have a melody bus, so I just lower a little bit more to make sure that I really lower all the low frequencies, and then a little bit as well, a little bit more image stereo, and that's it. This is it. So this is how basically can you create a melody, Lil Baby emotional melody, especially from the new album. So basically, let's just explain. Basically, main melody, like some things to complement. You got, I mean, some sound that really has that vibe. Here was like this piano, like this piano, basically this piano, and then was this. And then we had the vocals to really give a good vibe, because the vocals, it sounds like really is missing something. With the vocals, it complements. And then the bass just in the beginning or on other parts which you don't have the drums. And then when you don't use the bass in the drums, because then it sounds like trash. It does not sound good. So this is it. So I hope I helped you, brother. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, goodbye.